Priority purpose: provide effective, quality customer services to passengers traveling with Sydney trains to meet the information, safety, and security needs of passengers and act as a deterrent to vandalism. Perform door operation, platform surveillance, and fault management as required. Performing safe working and operational procedures necessary for safe and effective train operation and to meet safe working requirements. Work in conjunction with the train driver to ensure the safe operation of the train. Organizational environment. The Fixing the Trains program is a once-in-a-generation reform. Key to this is the creation of two new organizations. Sydney Trains and NSW Trains are world-class organizations with one shared goal: to give customers the service they deserve, every day, without fail. Sydney Trains and NSW Trains represent real and exciting change. The transformation will position the new organizations to become more customer-focused, sustainable, efficient, and cost-effective. Sydney Trains and NSW Trains will reflect a make it happen culture, where each individual accepts both a personal and shared responsibility for being innovative, for making a difference, and for developing organizational capability. There is a clear mandate for a renewed focus and continual and measurable improvements in customer service, presentation standards, on-time running, safety, and maintenance. Joining the new Sydney Trains and NSW Trains teams presents an exciting opportunity to shape the future and make a genuine difference for the people of New South Wales by providing the rail system they deserve. Key accountabilities. 1. Execute safety responsibilities, authorities and accountabilities consistent with Sydney Trains' safety management system requirements, which are defined in SMS document number SMS 02RG 3058. 2. Providing information about train services, station destinations, delays, connecting services, convenient routes, other means of transport, Sydney attractions, and answering any passenger inquiries where possible. 3. Providing physical assistance to passengers as required, including helping those with special needs. 4. Monitoring passenger behavior to identify and prevent potential problems. For example, recognizing a troublesome passenger and controlling the situation before an incident occurs. 5. Patrol the train where time permits and maintain surveillance of adjacent cars. 6. Performing door operations and informing the train driver through use of a bell signal when it is safe to depart. 7. Watch the train/platform interface in or out of every platform at which it stops, when the train guard's cab is within the platform. 8. Ensure effective operation of blue light to indicate the location of the train guard for security and customer assistance purposes. 9. Preparing the train in conjunction with the train driver to verify the operational safety of the train. 10. Assisting the train driver in fault management and the protection of the train. 11. Prepare and stable trains appropriately and assist the train driver in the conduct of air brake continuity test to ensure trains are safe and secure for use. 12. Communicate with train controllers, area controllers, signalers, station staff, and the train driver to request and provide information in order to fulfill position requirements and keep passengers informed. 13. Provide written and/or verbal reports regarding services, accidents, significant incidents, or property damage as required. 14. Undertake emergency actions such as firefighting as required. 15. Use assigned security equipment and wear and care for the issued uniform. Key relationships: internal, across/within Sydney Trains, main contact and purpose, train crew assignment center, day of operations management, manager operations train crew, safety critical communications, standards officers, competency assessment, compliance officers, investigate train crew related incidents, resources coordinator, conduct train crew secondments and transfers, rostering officers, roster train crew, mechanical control, provide advise to defects, electrical and signal faults, network control and coordination, Provide advice to asset failures and operational incidents. Rail Management Center. Monitor on-time running and coordinate train movements. Yard and Maintenance Centers. Manage fleet maintenance. Area managers. Train drivers and train guards. Station staff and depot staff. External. Outside of Sydney trains. Main contact and purpose. Customers. Emergency services personnel. Revenue protection officers. Transit police officers. Other rail operators and maintainers. Decision-making. The position is fully accountable for the formulation of advice and coordination across all operational objectives. Independent decision-making requirements of the position include 1. Customer service. Collaborative decision-making requirements of the position include 2. Incident response. Challenges. Support Sydney Trains to achieve an effective and smooth running of train operations across the metropolitan area. Identifying and managing customer needs, disruptive incidents, and difficult passengers. Assisting the train driver in degraded operations. Supporting the Ransform ational change given the range of stakeholders, the potentile resistance to change, and the need for but structural and cultural change. Selection criteria. Include any required licenses or accreditation required by the position. Extensive knowledge of the Sydney train system and services, along with knowledge of alternative means of transport, interchange arrangements, as well as major points of interest around Sydney that are accessible by public transport. Understanding of and willingness to assist with passenger inquiries. Sound knowledge of safe working and emergency procedures, including firefighting, first aid, and evacuation procedures, to ensure the safety of passengers and the provision of a quick and appropriate response in emergency situations. Understanding of and ability to use new technology and systems, particularly the communication system, to carry out required procedures and activities effectively and efficiently. Working knowledge of Sydney Trains security procedures and relevant bylaws to provide an appropriate deterrent security presence. Problem-solving and analysis skills for identifying and managing customer needs, disruptive incidents, and difficult passengers. Experience in a customer service environment, particularly where face-to-face contact with customers is a key element of the job, and a demonstrated commitment to providing high-quality customer service. Flexibility to deal with a range of passenger requests and initiative for effectively handling difficult situations. Well-developed oral communication skills for talking to customers, effectively radioing the train driver, train controllers, and area controllers, signalers, and making public announcements regarding station destinations and delays. Written communication skills for writing detailed reports regarding incidents, customer service ideas, and other topics as required of the position. Well-developed interpersonal skills, including people management and conflict resolution skills to control crowd movement during peak times, calm rowdy passengers, and maintain good customer relations. Ability to work as part of a team to provide customer service. Knowledge of equal employment opportunity, environmental and workplace health and safety policies. Competence in customer service, first aid and evacuation procedures, communications and violence de-escalation. Competency in safe working and emergency procedures, the safe operation of doors, and safe arrival and departure from stations. Performance standards dimension. Performance level, safety. Personal ownership over safety demonstrated through proactive, risk-based decision-making. Safety results of self and team achieved. Target zero principles and objectives communicated and implemented. Safety improvements realized through regular communication and interactions with stakeholders. Record keeping realized through recording journey details in a notebook, and keep record for minimum 6 months. Investigation of incidents proactively managed and resolutions achieved within designated timeframes. Customer priorities improved through application of customer-first processes in the areas of timeliness, information, and passenger safety. Delivered on-time operational outcomes. Feedback solicited from customers, communicated back to line manager. Financial cost savings achieved through effective use of resource quality and risk management processes implemented. Met targets, rostered activities, and operational standards. Leadership communicated, demonstrated, and ensured commitment to enterprise vision and value and operational priorities. Displayed fairness, built trust, and maintained respectful relationships through open lines of communication vertically and horizontally. Defined and delegated work to be done with adequate resources and progress. Measured team members had clear, current, and measurable goals and objectives. Created real teamwork and idea sharing with direct reports, peers, and manager. Behaviors, critical behaviors, behavior statement, safety. Ask for feedback about your team and identify and spread the word about successes across businesses. Compliment good performance and provide guidance to improve on poor performance. Share personal stories about what makes you proud to work here and your passion for the railway pride. Consider the bigger picture. Align your decision-making with the overall organization objectives, which you regularly communicate to your team. Be proactive and access the information you need to make the right decisions in a timely manner, taking a solution-based approach and calculated risks. Accountability, treat staff fairly and equitably, and communicate decisions and process. Provide honest and constructive feedback and engage in both the positive and difficult conversations. Meet regularly with your team to collect feedback and brainstorm ideas that you will personally progress. Collaboration, talk to your team about the significance of the task that they are undertaking. Ensure they understand the context and rationale for what they are being asked to do. Take initiative to reach out to your customers, anticipate their needs, and offer to help excellence. Regularly visit work sites and recognize good and poor practices. Begin discussions with safety conversation, emphasizing the value we place on ensuring our teammates go home safe. Regularly share with your team lessons learned and opportunities for safety improvement.